fight, because that's one of the most remarkable things I've seen throughout the whole tournament so far. Not many people can pull that one out.
Yeah, not many people can hold that one. It's really tough to realize how you need to balance off, like, okay, cooking the grenade and then anticipating when your opponents will come in. If he misthrow that and maybe the grenade goes off too early, then he will be wiped out instead, and there'll be no extra points for his team. But well, it was a really great play. So I would say Boki is back in the PMPL, ladies and gentlemen. But now, without further ado, we will jump into the first official match for today. This is a Miran Rama, ladies and gentlemen. And now, here are our featured players as well. Let's see, Kagura, Maisel, as well as Pende on the board.
That is half with what Kagura has against these three guys. There's a lot of catching up to do for each two. Oh yeah. At the same time, I'm not sure, can they still have the spot? They are actually the bottom of the every bottom. 211 for overall points there. They can just play it for dignity, or really playing it for, you know, just get that chicken dinner once. They got the rubber chicken. Can they land one today? Which is going to be the official match right now. We're going to see where the curse of the rubber chicken actually is effective, or they will be a blessing for a show.
Yep, hope so as well, because now I would say that H2 is one of the teams that have nothing to lose now. They can go all out without fear of trying to get that actual chicken dinner. So we'll be interested to see how will they play in this official match today. Divinity looks like they are really close with Team No Recall. Team No Recall may bump into another Singaporean team early on.
And now we talk about the bumping of teams. Resurgence set themselves. The first team they have to walk into is FV, but that may be a different map. Sunhawk, we're talking about a huge map this time. Traitor will drop by Impala like usual. St. Martin occupied by none other than Team Secret, and usually they will fight with you the gang for that high ground, but you the game won't be playing today. Gonna wait and see if Resurgence gonna take that one out. But Team No Recall happen to share the same vicinity as Divinity right now.
And looks like Lo Yu, he's just going to be that scout here just to ensure that Divinity stays on their own half. But looks like Divinity do have decent amount of loot here to cover for three people. They can go towards the right side of the map as well if they want to, and Trixie just moving in. Lo Yu backing it off. Don't want to make any early engagement, but Trixie does sense there's someone on the other side now prepping on the grenade. Will toss it out really soon, but I don't think it'll connect yet.
He will connect soon, hopefully. AKM already on standby. No bag, but there you go, straight away off the corner. Managed to clutch this one out. That's a very fast time reaction coming up from Team No Recall, but at the same time, they managed to knock him down. Himson is coming out from the higher ground with a mini 14 clipping, hoping, and at the same time, that buys Stewart a lot of space to just revive back Lo Yu. Trix already knocked the devil punch this one. Now, it's not a spring game, but it's saving ammunition for Sim B, making sure they don't overexpose their position with that silent fisting moment.
Oh man, Impact now with a micro Uzi, only 25 ammo, no extended ammo there. So looks like he is oh, hang on a second, Divinity is playing with 3 players, so not sure what's happening here, but yep, Impact is all alone in the compound here. Not gonna be easy for him to get out of this. Plus the footsteps, they're all close to each other, so Impact will need to survive this as much as possible. Not sure what he can do here.
Oh, he can do a lot. Jumping and bailing is one of the options. They don't have anybody outside, so he can jump off now, but it's a little bit too late. He will try to clutch his pronouns. Get knocked down. Can he make it on time to reload? But Impact really gives a little bit of impact on side of Team No Recall. They have a couple of casualty, a little bit of casualty, but Dingoz here taking down on Traitor. My goodness, I think Traitor got knocked like 2 or 3 people and might just got finished off there. There's only one person left, but like it or not, just now, Divinity is the first team to go out. Not a great start again for the Singaporean team.
Not a great start. So, and this is a confirmation that Traitor Shred is the only one left for his team, the only Malaysian team who have not gotten themselves a chicken dinner in this tournament so far. threat have Dingoz to deal with not too far away from him. The circle is really kind at this point. Looks like the number of teams that including Team Secret as well as H2O right smack in the middle of the circle. Team Secret, we do know that they are good at migrating and
Oh
also
well,
finding
I
those areas. So, well,
H2O going. There's not much water state going into underwater treatment there for H2O. What they're supposed to
oh,
mean?
oh, was that supposed to be? It's like, okay, we're gonna land here just because we're H2O. That's all. And everyone's
Yeah,
like, okay, you can take that spot. It's fine. It's
yeah. They
yours.
need water to, have their moment of truth. Maybe get the chicken today. If it ended up on water treatment, maybe, hopefully, it'll be H2O game.
YKV was actually watching our stream as well during the break, and he did say that okay, no more rubber chicken dinner. Now they're down to business, so they are really pumped for it. H2O, nothing to lose there.
Yep, that's quite true. Go big or go home now. At this point, they need to go big and show a big statement for the rest of the team that they can actually pull this one out. Everybody wants to see something new from H2O, which I think that's a lot of pressure on them at that side too. But Resurgence might just want to fight into Team Secret soon. Bigatron is slowly migrating there as well. They are staying at one point, camping it out for now. I think Bapa will have to force the fight between either to choose a little bit on the west side or east side. If east side, it will be into Resurgence. If it's the west, Bigatron. Both teams are really capable when it comes to fighting CQC, long range, you call it out. These four teams, you look talking about net as well. These four teams are the Titans coming out down south. From the north, otherwise, it's quite okay, quite a clear path, not much going on.
I'll give a little fun fact as well. So YKV is actually with the army. Yeah, like real military. So yeah,
Maybe you can
apparently.
pull out some military tactics. We really need to see it today.
Yeah, exactly. I'd like to see some of those military tactics. Maybe like if they have their own bar moment, like just can take out, clean out houses. Yeah, let's see some of those H2O. Come on, you guys can do it.
Yeah, Bobber, for you guys who don't actually understand it, especially if you're watching this from overseas, well, it means that you're fighting it I think it's more into Indonesian, right? But yeah, Bobber, you can just make it like call it as a barbell, whatever you want
Like
to do.
taking fights.
Yeah, basically it's just go full on head on fight there, like WWE kind of moment. There you go. But back to the
There you
game.
go. Someone's into wrestling.
I used to. I love to watch wrestling back then.
Well, fun
But
fact about you guys.
I'm not a wrestler, but I love to watch wrestling. But Bigatron, look at that. Zali is far beyond from the rest of the team. Resurgence is creeping in, coming up from their right side, where they just occupy and reach around St. Martin. We talk about the terrain when it comes to Marama Cloud. One of the most trickiest terrain to play with is none other than this map. You got yourself in the wrong vehicle and the wrong speed, you get flipped.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You don't want to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. And circle does play a big part in this map because of those high grounds. Really, yeah. Sometimes you'll be happy that we got the highest peak in the map. But then again, if the circle does not favor you, getting down from that high ground will be a big challenge. So it's not gonna be easy to play the map.
I'm going to change that statement for a bit for you.
Okay.
You don't want to be the wrong flip at the wrong place.
Yeah. That is what you don't want to overflip your vehicles here, because the terrain is also uneven, right? Chances of overflipping is way high.
Well, I think it was yesterday where there's so many car flips and one of them died in a very tough spot. And they happened to be a V again.
Yeah, I remember that one because I was actually reviewing that scene as well on my channel yesterday after the show. Then I did see it again and again. Is that okay? It's just mistake after mistake. Bigatron just having free kills just because people drive into their place and there was a buggy flip and there you go, free kill. So please don't repeat that again, please.
Yeah, hopefully there will be none of those kind of plays, but sometimes it's fun to watch. Now, what the treatment happened to be in the middle of the circle, but H2 already gone away from there. They will take up the challenge against either Tara or Rose Esports Syndicate. Team Secret, on the other hand, slowly migrating towards water treatment. The same goes for the rest of the team. We're talking about Wotone Wow will walk into that vicinity, but Impunity happened to crossroad against Net Brother. They will take up a challenge, they will be forced to fight. But AWM, one of the things that we really
Hmm.
need, even a mad kid at that point, no check pad, but Team No Recall is kind of happy with that loot.
Oh yeah, AWM really precious in this sort of map, especially if you can conquer the high grounds. People like iShots, people like who else? I Am Pro, Y2K, they will love this sort of weapon here. AWM, yummy for them. And now it looks like Apex is defying gravity here by driving this vehicle way up. And look at this. What's gravity? What's physics here, ladies and
We're
gentlemen?
in
Say what
different
up.
planet. We're on Mirama planet here. It's totally different planet. PUBG Mobile has no gravity in their dictionary. Back to Team Secret, going around water. Streaming already arrived at that point, but Trade to Shred trying to say this one really quiet. But I have a feeling, I have a bad feeling for him because sometimes there are some teams that like to peek into every building there is. And he's really praying for, I think they can see his knees from that pixel. Yeah, if he stands. So you have to make sure that even his gun didn't point out from that building. You cannot stay too much into the corner because the end of your weapon will stick out from that wall.
Yeah, it's gonna be tricky for Shred. Well, he is all alone right now, and it's really early on, and this sort of terrain is
Lonely.
not gonna be easy for solo players. So,
I'm Mr. Lonely.
oh wow, go on, go on, go on. I'm listening.
I don't want. He
Oh,
literally
okay.
has nobody.
Oh,
So
come on, viewers out there, if you want some of that, leave it in the comments section. Now, looks like Voki have eyes on the side of Dingo's nasal now. A little trouble there. Shots do get fired other side of Voki, but does not connect enough. So everyone from the side of Dingo's can still make it out of there.
At the same time, we're talking about Resurgence here, who are trying to find a victim. These are the teams that you should be worried about. They are too offensive up to the point that there's no room of a breather. But FV managed to take one down on Dingoz there. 9, snap it up from a long distance. KL already ready with level 2 of gears coming up of Kid on the higher ground, scoping them out. Those who actually are beneath them, none other than Dingo. Whole team, 3 people left. They have 1 casualty taken down by 9 just now with a Mini 14. Mini 14 is one of the best DMR, I think most effective when it comes to long range shots. So I very much like most of the players do prefer Micro Uzi and a Mini 14 if you ask them for a short range and a long range.
I do agree as well. I do like a Mini 14 myself, being a casual player. I do think it's a very effective weapon, long range. I like that sometimes against AW, but look at this M249, 8 times scope. Okay, that's pretty okay, but it's out in the open there. Going for it is a little bit of a risky move. Dingoz looks like they've been overwatched by FV, and the circle will close it. FV are in the circle right now. Dingoz are the one who needs to come out of their comfort zone, and they may meet up with Resurgence or FV.
And Resurgence, are they going that direction? But I happens to be the one who's actually on the move right now. Look at that. All vehicles. Same goes for Nat. And we're looking at Team No Recall doing the same thing. All the teams right now are trying to squeeze themselves into the zone. And I do see they are forced to take the vehicle. There's no way you can go this on foot. While Team Secret will be the gatekeeper this time. Same goes for Access. Tara on the northern side is kind of having a clear day, blue skies. Not much going on except for H2O just nearby.
H2O is still secure within the circle, but not sure if they may bump into Tara because they are all closing right here. Team No Recall again. Will this be a rematch between H2O and Team No Recall? But pretty early on for us to tell on the side of Tone. While Esports, they may have a free pop in because they are later to the party. But then again, this is still the third circle. It's still tankable if the teams want to do that. Resurgence will have Dingoz to fend off while making it to the circle.
And that's quite true. It's still in the early phase of the game. The circle don't take that much off HP, except for the 4th circle and onwards, because that will be the moment that you get everything stocked up. But at the same time, Insomnia's march upon Rose Esports Syndicate, who happens to start pushing that ball, but they're getting the wrong way. Insomnia's taking one down. He's going for the flanks here. Nice positioning done by Insomnia's, getting them on the blind spot. Rose in a predicament. They're kind of really stuck, not able to climb that one now. But at the same time, will they have to casually sacrifice Cindy? And she's gonna be one that being sacrificial lamb. Syndicate get on Jojo there. Maybe Jim, what was he thinking for Stewart? March right in the face in the crosshair of Baby Jim just now. And Saunders and Jojo will exchange fires here across that hill. Baby Jim knocked down as well. Stewart need help. Both of the teams are having casualty, but Stewart already knocked down, bleeding out. And Saunders is the hero for the team. He need to make and take the responsibility to just keep his friends up on their feet. Jojo can make it on time to revive this one.
Oh, it's getting haywire for these both teams now. Baby Jim looks like he will be revived by Jojo and H2O. They're not too far away, but they are in the circle. They can gauge there, but these two teams are going at it. Jojo taking a number of damage from Insomnus. Jojo trying to run away, but it looks like the knock onto Jojo right now. Insomnus managed to get it knocked down, but he needs to make a move for it as well because Stewart is bleeding out. Oh no, Insomnus taking lots of damage. Insomnus lost it, but no, did not manage to survive that. Will be taken out by the play zone. And now Baby Jim will survive this together with Jojo. The revive will be popped out. They will use their first aids and get out of here.
There you go. The taking of HP is real. It's only the second, but do they have enough to replenish themselves? They need to loot from the boxes, but that wall just now exposed themselves. Their positioning for H2O kind of alert and on siege, and they will be aware that there are a couple of teams coming up from behind them. But we're jumping into Bubba R, and Bigotron already knocked down one person, and we're hovering around. One more team have to butt in as a third party. Net Brotherhood just arrived as well. So Bubba R, Bigotron, and none of them in a sandwich situation, but I would say Axis have to join into it. And now stuck in the middle is Team Secret. iShot says 5 team in a very small compound.
Yes, very small compound indeed. And Bigotron is close by as well. Now Zully here looks like he'll pop out the smoke onto the other side. Zully is far away from his teammates. They are quite spread out here, trying to find different angles for themselves. Kevin, a little bit of backup here for the smoke. His helmet is depleted though, and his vest is very low. Not looking good for Kevin here. And he does not have any other utilities, so not looted good enough. Kevin needs to find a way out, but it's not going to be easy for him because Team Secret is just right in front of him. Now, what are they going to do? They are good with the range though. They need to take that to their advantage.
Oh, there's another explosion coming up from just Natara taking down so many teams at the same time. And Baba tried to play with the structures. At the same time, Bigotron have nothing to win except for the terrains. The H2O kind of in a really tough pit. So many teams bombarding them, none other than Bubu. Look at that Nate Big Cook. It will crash on most of the players for a show, but look at that impunity. Happened to pass by. Bubu exposed himself way too much to just hover his crosshair on impunity there because Tonewar is just across that. They can see him as well. Impunity knocked down. Bapa R6 sniping this one out. Just trying to be the third wheel of everybody else. Impunity will be finished off on the 12th spot. Bubu will finally heal himself and clutch that one out.
Oh, looks like Bubu rise from the day because he was really low earlier, and now Bubu will toss out the smoke. But looks like H2O, they're not in a good position as well. One of them have been knocked down. U-High is low at the same time, and now we do see all the teams starting to converge with each other. Axis and PX is on the other side with Appy being that scout, while his team is on the other side of the terrain now, trying to defend as much as possible. Bigotron spreading out a little bit as well, using different tactics to have as much view as possible. Matt Toy getting the kill on the board for his team, and now Matt Toy, iShots, Bubu, and U-High, they are still 4 together.
But then question is, they don't have much to cover with. Team Secret is taking this in a really risky positioning. Look at it, they only have their own vehicles as covers and barriers. Other than that, it's just an open field with not much or just small hills there. And there you go, Tonewell being knocked down. One UI is been released. He's going at it after one and another, then another one being knocked down. He tried to save his Senpai first. Bubu will be revived with the help of another teammate now, but 6 just have to make it hard for Team Secret.
Oh, Bapa looks like again and again they do have structure on their side. Now the shot will go on the side of Team Secret, and now Bapa will have prime position at this point because they do have the circle just behind them. They are closest into the circle while everyone is outside of circle 6 now with the long range. Can tap here and they try to connect those shots, but it's not going to be easy. Solly looks like he's taking a couple of shots here from different angle. Oh, I know, Choo what you're thinking. It almost flipped there.
If it's flip, it's gonna be iShot's free kill, obviously. But Bigatron going on net now. They make the move. Bigatron won't stay quiet. Rocky managed to just box down Samzy in the last minute there with the kill feed going on. iShot and the rest of Team Bubu and Team Secret will have to reposition themselves because they are among the furthest away from the circle. We're looking at Tonghua only have one man left, but that's being denied entirely for their advancement to top 10. Got himself at top 10 as precisely as that can be. Now they're down to 9 teams. Dingoz, Scar L, chipped half of his almost shredded helmet and a little bit chipped on his vest too. Nukes trying to gatekeep this one, but nobody behind. Everybody else already inside of a circle. We're talking about Axis and P. Tara right in front of them. They have to walk past Shredded with FV gatekeep at the same time.
And now FV, yes, they are gatekeeping. They do have the high ground though, so they have a little bit of an advantage. Dingoz not going to be easy for them. That's why they pop up the smoke for now, waiting for the smoke to be deployed before they try to move to a different angle. But look at this. Team Secret looks like they're in a compound fight together with Bapa. We know Bapa, they are really good at this. Team Secret will have a big challenge. He's coming from another angle. Jenny in the other side of the house. Can they know each other? Jenny looks like he's going to the next floor. Matroy coming in for further backup for his team. Biu just waiting, playing the patient game because Bart is inside the house. Oh my goodness, that grenade got onto the side of Biu. He's been knocked down. Mata tried to be the hero, but he's been knocked down as well. iShots is the only one standing left. iShots, can you do a miracle? But no! Bow out at 8th place. They finish off by Bapa.
That was a tough spot. So many angles have to cover, and they were really open of that. So many teams in a very, very unpredictable movement. And the rest of Team Secret now, iShot still have one more down there and managed to just finish off. Papa taking on Dingoz, and now Chicks will be taken by Nukes here. Down to 7 teams left, and next circle will shrink in. Still, look at that. Neither of this team are actually inside. The Molotov has been tossed. Lyrian will be taken up by Kratos from Dingoz, and not much Tara members left. Lynx is just behind him, but cannot do much, and everybody will force to move now. None of the players are actually inside of a circle.
Circle only favors the airdrop. That's what I can say. It doesn't favor anyone else. It's like, hey, Circle, where will you go? I like the airdrop for myself. There you go. There. So the Circle favors the airdrop for some reason. But no,
airdrop's a chicken dinner winner.
Yeah, congratulations, airdrop. You just won this game. The rest of them are playing for second place.
Maybe we're gonna see something emerge from that airbox, which is gonna be like the airdrop route. But back to the game, Axlings, Tara. Even though he's just solo person, yeah. Oh, but then Kratos is not happy with that kind of pressure. Straight away, finish off Tara at 7th place.
Yeah, finishing off, and Kratos with that medium range shot. Beautiful indeed. Now he needs to save his teammates because everyone is migrating into the circle. Very little time for him to do that. The circle is closing. Axis MPX making that fast move into the circle, and now Bapa is just next to them, becoming their neighbors. Rocky, the Starman for now. For Bigatron, looks like he is all alone in the open area. FB Unbeatable have been gatekeeping all this while, so now they can continue to gatekeep because they are just at the edge of the circle.
There's a lot of utilities being popped out. Smokes are everywhere. Right in front of what Dingoz hovering around Baba offers. They know that team should be taken out at first, but Dingoz need to help his teammates here. They don't have much manpower left. Only a GG and Nukes and Mesa already out. Dingoz taking one more out. Is this gonna be Dingoz game? They are on fire after taking one another. They just can't seem to have enough.
Not enough, and that Jester is really cute, by the way. And now we move on to FB again. They are still continuing that gatekeeping, but then again, teams are starting to close on into them. We are now down to top 4 teams, ladies and gentlemen. There's a little structure there that FB can actually use, but in front of Resurgence, the team that will be good at flushing people out, and now they are really close to each other. Everyone taking their own corner, but Rocky there, he's just in front of Y2K, but Y2K doesn't know his presence.
hopefully they staying unknown as that, because Rocker really need a time of either the 9 trying to get on the side, and then you're going to try to throw whatever they have left for the bullet, giving more pressure on this, and they are neglecting those actually in the middle, which is going to be Resurgence and Bigatron. That Resurgence Wookie taking up the challenge, just have to body with level 3 helmet at that. Not much utility wise, but still have enough to survive till the final phase. We're already on the 6th circle. 40 more seconds, it will be on the next one. FV and the rest of the team will be forced to move now. The Resurgence Bigatron will be the one that really in the top spot there. It's not that circle wide to be taken down first. Voki will be next here. So many HP being tipped down. And Rocky will take the advantage. It might just kill steal this away if he wants to.
Oh, Rocky, now he is all alone. So if he kills still that, he will reveal his position. So that's not really good for him. He may want to wait this out till the teams really favor him a little bit more, just like how we see with Last Survivor, Zix yesterday. But then again, looks like I Am Pro with all the utilities out now. Y2K is still down, and looks like Resurgence, they will not go for the safe onto him. FV, on the other hand, they do have 3 team members versus the Dingoz as well. 3 Rocky, again, being the sole survivor for Bigatron. Utilities low on his side.
Since you have to sacrifice for the greater good, but Resurgence are you for a minute to a couple of shots there. But he would got returned back. That's a precision coming out from FD. A lot of threaded vest, a lot of damage being taken here. Time being knocked down back, and Kit trying to get that rare side of Resurgence coming up behind, creeping and lurking in. At the same time, Kido is like begging for his life, saved by his friend Voki, crawling in, proning in the open area of this deserted island, and very dry one as well. Voki is the only person that have the responsibility to carry Resurgence here, but we're talking about FV with Dingoz having the upper hand, and now Resurgence will place himself at tables down to 2 teams.
Oh, now down to 2 teams. FV versus the Dingoz right now. Both of these teams, they really need the point. So now Dingoz looks like on the side of FV. They are in a straight line. Oh my goodness, that's a bad move there. And now Kido is the only one left. GG does have Isaac. They can finish it on. Winner, chicken dinner for the Dingoz.
I had a feeling they had it coming for them, because they have been really clean, taking that rotations and kills after what being one now, making sure the replaying is very fast, reset in terms of their economy, just keep on going unstoppable. That was a clean game coming up from Dingoz. Congratulations for getting themselves this first chicken dinner for their week in final week there. But at the same time, we're talking about Dingoz, which already kind of secured them for the top 8 probably after this chicken dinner.
Right, yeah, I do think that they are in a really strong position right now after this chicken dinner, and they can be